He won the Champions League, he won the Ballon d'Or, he won the World Cup, he conquered Europe. Matter of fact, he conquered the whole football world. He also made millions smile with just a ball at his feet. But see, Ronaldinho had a problem. Back in 2020, Ronaldinho went to prison. Not for drugs, not for tax fraud, nothing bizarre like Robinho or Dani Alves, but for something so crazy you'd think it's a meme. This is the wild real-life story of how one of the most famous faces on this earth went to prison for trying to be someone else. Let's go all the way back to 2020. Ronaldinho was retired, still a global icon, very well known. He was traveling, doing events, and living life with that same trademark smile. But see, back home in Brazil, things were a little messy. He and his brother Roberto had legal problems. They had some fines, shady property cases. Translation, they couldn't legally leave the country. Their Brazilian passports were seized. But then they got invited to Paraguay. It was just a charity event, book launch, some PR activities. It seemed harmless. So what did they do? They could have just said, no, we don't have our Brazilian passports. But that's not what they did. On March 4th, 2020, Ronaldinho and his brother Roberto landed in Asuncion, which is the airport in Paraguay. Once they reached immigration, they handed over their forged passports. The agents immediately suspicious. Within hours, both brothers were arrested. Authorities ended up confirming the documents were fake. The whole world watched in disbelief. Ronaldinho in jail? Granted, it's not the first time we see a famous Brazilian in jail, but this one just hit a little different. Now here's where it gets even weirder. Prison wasn't so bad. Ronaldinho got special treatment. He had a TV in his prison cell, a comfy suite, even a grill. Inside the prison walls, Ronaldinho joined a futsal tournament with the other inmates. All the other prisoners lined up, not to fight him, but for autographs. They all loved him, especially in that futsal tournament. Boy, I would hate to be the guy playing against him. The man who once lit up the Camp Nou is now lighting up Paraguayan jail. The passports were arranged by some shady businessmen, supposedly as a favor. Ronaldinho claimed he didn't even know they were fake. He said he just accepted them. Sounds dumb, maybe. Believable? Also, yes. I mean, his brother Roberto pretty much handled everything for him. He handled PR appearances, he handled the money, he handled everything. Now, after 32 days in prison, the court decided to just move him to a house arrest. House arrest was in a luxury hotel. Eventually, he paid a $90,000 fine. He returned back to Brazil. Total time served, 171 days in detention. No charges, no convictions, just a very weird chapter in football history. And somehow, even behind bars, he was still Ronaldinho, the only footballer ever to win a World Cup, Ballon d'Or, Champions League, and a futsal tournament inside a prison cell. Now, if you guys enjoyed this wild story about Ronaldinho, please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Do you think Ronaldinho knew they were fake? Thank you, and see you in the next one.